Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our final masterclass of the Leeds Leader Festival. It's absolutely my great delight this morning to welcome one of the leading baritones and song exponents of the moment, someone that, as you all probably know, was mentored himself by Dietrich Fischer-Dieskau and is here today to impart his knowledge to you, and I think it's going to be an exceptional masterclass, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming this morning despite the beautiful weather. Some of you might be already too tired of songs, so I very much appreciate that. Thank you to all the people who are brave enough to stand here. I think I might teach differently to what you experienced throughout this week, so take whatever you like and all the things you thought they are rubbish, so you can throw them out after half an hour. But let's try for half an hour to find a common language and maybe to be open to each other. So, who would like to start?
Hi, Tom, nice to meet you.
Would you prefer that we do one song in the half an hour, or what's your, because I got a list of three from you.
So we have
this one, Abstück and Anachrons.
Oh yeah.
Just to know, whatever you want
We
to.
haven't, no, we could do that, but after.
We could start with After and see. Yeah. So this is Schubert's Auf der Bruck, story of a man riding on his horse, and whilst he's going across through hills and valleys, he thinks about his love and whether he might ever come back to her.
Ein gutes Ross durch Nacht und Regen. Was scheust du dich vor Busch und Ast und strauchelst auf den wilden Wegen? Den Tauch der Wald sich tief und dich doch bis endlich sich erschließen. Und freundlich wird ein fernes Licht, und freundlich wird ein fernes Licht, und Saft und Sünd vertönen alle. Berg und Feld auf deinen schlanken Rücken fliegen, und mich am bunten Spiel der Welt an holden Bildern mich vergnügen. Und Auge lacht mir traulich zu und beut mir Frieden, Lieb und Freude. Und dennoch schrei ich ohne Ruhe, und dennoch schrei ich ohne Ruhe, zurück, zurück zu meinem Leide. Denn schon 3 Tage war ich fern von ihr, die ewig nicht verbunden. 3 Tage waren Sonn und Stern und Hirt und Himmel mir verschwunden. Von Lust und Leiden, die mein Herz bei ihr bald halten, bald zerrissen, fühlte ich 2 Tage nun den Schmerz, und ach, die Freude musste ich missen, und ach, die Freude musste ich missen. See zur Wärme vor den Vogel fliegen. Wie sollte denn die Liebe in ihrem Pfade sich betrügen? Drum trabe mutig durch die Nacht und spinnen auf die dunklen Bahnen. Der Sehnsucht helles Auge macht, der Sehnsucht helles Auge macht, und sicher führt mich süßes Ahnen. Der Sehnsucht helles Auge macht, der Sehnsucht helles Auge macht,
Great start. Very early for you, sorry.
That's all right.
You have a beautiful voice. Your German is very good, generally.
Thank you. So I
If you don't mess it up.
Yeah.
There are a few things I would like to look for both.
Okay.
First of all, I would like to find more differences in the 4 verses.
Okay. Yeah.
I would like to look into the articulation in German.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we lose the beauty of your voice when you start hitting.
Okay.
Particularly also the high notes.
Okay.
I would like to look quickly in the way of presenting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start somewhere.
Yeah.
I find that you mix up articulation, vowels,
Okay.
consonants and sound.
Yeah.
So what I imagine is the sound is a tube, and within this tube there's an air flowing up.
Mhm.
And I imagine down, which is not true, but it helps me to not
Yeah.
push too much. And in front of that is the articulation.
Yeah.
And the articulation has nothing to do with actually the sound itself.
Yeah.
It's like a spotlight in a theater, which has certain strength of light.
Yeah.
And in front of there are different filters with different colors. So that's our articulation.
Yeah.
But the intensity of the light is not changing, and that's
Yeah.
the sound.
Yeah.
And when you mix it up, we
Yeah.
suddenly start hitting notes, or we
Yeah.
start to, it's not a beautiful legato.
Okay.
So in German, I think always of vowels.
Yeah.
It's actually in this way similar to the Italian. And the consonants are dancing like on top of the water, dancing like little, whatever, fleas or I don't know, you know, on the water.
Yeah.
That also helps me to keep a legato.
Yeah.
Can we actually just as an example do, sorry, I'm using
What?
just copy. Yeah, maybe let's start off. Manch Auge lacht mir traulich zu.
Manch Auge lacht mir traulich zu und beugt mir Friede, Lieb und Freude.
Can we do an exercise?
Yeah.
Can you sing just on the vowels?
Okay. Yeah.
Ai, oi, o,
Yeah.
oi,
Yeah. I'll try my best.
oi.
Yeah.
Do you want to go a bit slower?
We actually thank you, but for now we
Okay.
don't need you.
Ai,
Let's do it slower. Ai.
ai.
It's easier with the score.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got one here actually. So.
Great. It's a hard one when you've never
Yeah.
done it. So let's do it together. Let's do it together. Sorry. My fault. Let's do it again. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Let's do it once more and try to be between all the vowels to have a closer connection.
Okay.
Great, better. Can we do more legato even once more?
Yeah.
Try to really between the vowels. No, sorry. Ten times better. More voice, more legato. We
Yeah.
really get into your sound.
Yeah.
Okay? Now next is exercise.
Yeah. So, just the consonant.
Just the consonants. And the ones which are voiced on the pitch.
Okay.
So separate. No, separate.
Okay.
No, first. No, first.
Oh.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
I'm challenging very early,
Yeah.
but it's a very, very good exercise for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Let's start again. I'm not doing the entire phrase for you, just the first two.
So with the consonants again.
Yeah. Great. Do you hear how much energy you need for that?
Yeah. Yeah. So not letting them collapse. Yeah.
Okay, so in German, they're very strong and crisp most of the time, if it's not a doppio.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean when they really fly on the, okay?
Yeah.
Let's do once and then we put everything together.
With the
Consonants.
Okay.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry, yeah, it's your boy. Okay,
Yeah.
great, really great.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's put it together. Can we do it with the piano, just
Yeah.
one or two bars in?
Just give it a couple of
Ans Auge lacht mir traulich zu und wollt mir Friede, Lieb und Freude. Und dennoch schweig ich ohne Ruhe, und dennoch schweig ich ohne Ruhe. Zurück zu meinem Leide.
Thank you. It's a very good exercise for you because suddenly everything gets clearer. It's more legato, but you don't lose the language.
Yeah.
Because I find it always tricky when someone says sing more legato, then you know we leave behind articulation. So that's a good exercise to keep both.
Yeah.
Now, I like generally your attitude on stage for this song because it's this, you know, very confident boy riding through forests and over a brook. You know, it's probably not a brook actually.
It's a place.
It's a mountain called, yes. But there's a fine line I find between confidence and appearing, you don't do, but there's a bit of a danger appearing arrogant.
Yeah.
So I just want to make you aware that you have to find a good balance.
Yeah.
I think it's also the way how you communicate with the audience in the beginning. I found that you chose too many places in the beginning.
Yeah.
But actually it will break any risk of arrogance if you just from time to time look to an audience member.
Yeah. Okay.
There's always the danger I find when we perform that we just look that. And imagine I talk, for example, to this lovely gentleman and I talk all the time to him like that. He would think after a while I'm crazy. You know? It's so when we are communicators and we have to really engage with an audience.
Yeah.
Can we try just the beginning?
Okay.
Thank you, sorry. There is something, I don't know. I'm exaggerating, but there's something like that. And I find this is not helping.
Yeah, okay.
It's a little bit like,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Try once more. Okay, can we do the entire thing? Sorry. I find it quite substantial.
Yeah.
Can I touch
Yeah,
it?
sure.
I find that your head is a tiny, it's a little bit like that.
Yeah.
And look how much that makes a difference if I talk to you like that,
Yeah.
or if I talk to you like that.
Yeah.
I don't want that you just press something. I just want that it's actually very focused and okay?
Okay.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Sounds beautiful. Can we actually try, because now I have the feeling you try to be someone.
Okay.
And people come to song recitals, there are many, you know, I always say in song recitals, there are a lot of artists.
Yeah.
When I studied, my colleagues completely bitched about the biggest leader singers at my time.
Yeah.
When I was a student. Because as a song singer, you offer something very personal.
Yeah.
And suddenly you're very vulnerable.
Yeah, yeah.
And either people like it or not.
Yeah.
And some people have a big following for this leader singer, and the same people don't like the other one. So it's very dividing.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah.
And if 20-30% of the people who come to a concert of yours say afterwards, it was nice, you come back, you did your job.
Okay.
You will be never liked by 100% of the people. There is no politician, there is no pope, there is no pop star in the world who is liked by 100% of the people, and we have to accept that.
Yeah.
I would like that you give more from yourself,
Okay.
not just through singing, but actually
Yeah.
from you as a human being
Okay.
standing here and communicating with us, not
Yeah.
just through your voice. And
Yeah.
I have the feeling you now put something on.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
So actually, while this introduction, could you actually just look at the audience and tell them through your eyes and your face and your emotions what was the most stunning, exciting moment of your last year?
Okay.
So think first what that was,
All
where
right.
you really were high on emotions, where you were incredibly happy, and you just actually have that in your mind and you communicate that all the time, you know, like a whatever.
Yeah.
Mobile telephone
Yeah.
ringing all the time, yeah? Okay?
Okay.
You don't tell us what it is.
Oh,
No
okay.
one wants to know.
No one said.
I still find, sorry,
Okay.
maybe I'm completely wrong. I still find you try to be someone.
Okay, all right. Yeah. I'm just trying to think how.
I would like, when you now listen to me and you talk to me,
Yeah.
when I talk to you,
Yeah.
you're a completely different person than when you turn around and you stand
Yeah, okay.
and you try to be someone.
Yeah.
We only come because we want to know you,
Yeah. Okay.
not what you try to build around.
Yeah.
We want to go straight there.
Yeah. Frisch trabe Sonne, Ruh und Rast, mein gutes Ross durch Nacht und Regen. Verscheust du dich vor Busch?
Way better. Thank you for being brave. Great. Now, next thing. It's an absolute personal taste thing.
Mhm.
But I don't think some of the gesticulation you did
Yeah,
before
yeah.
really doesn't work.
Okay, yeah.
Was scheu? You're not doing it the way.
Yeah.
But use your hands, feel free.
Yeah.
But try not to always underline special words with the same gesture. I think
Yeah.
that's like cheesecake with cream on top. Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Can we do an exercise now? And if it's too much, let me
No,
know.
no.
I would like that you sing and you sit down to people and you tell people each phrase.
Okay.
So one
So I
person, one phrase.
So I go into the.
Yeah, you sit down
Okay.
between these people and you tell them a story.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
But not the story of the song, but the story of yourself.
Okay.
So I would like that the first person. Yeah, let's do the
Okay,
first and then we try the next step.
Frisch trabe Sonne, Ruh und Rast, mein gutes Ross durch Nacht und Regen.
Super. You're incredibly brave. But I would like actually when you talk to someone that you actually look at
So,
someone.
okay, yeah.
Don't feel, it's very frightening being so close, singing and look. It's the most
Yeah.
terrifying experience. I'm very sorry to pushing you that far.
No. Sorry.
I really would like when you talk, you look, Rita also looks
Okay.
into your eyes. So it's really nice to having a communication.
Yeah,
Okay.
Frisch trabe Sonne, Ruh und Rast, mein gutes Ross durch Nacht und Regen. Was scheust du dich vor Busch und hast uns Rauchens auf den
continue sitting here.
Yeah, okay.
And would you tell your lovely lady next to you just what you had for breakfast?
Actually, no. Or,
Sorry?
What am I saying?
No, now tell
Okay.
me.
This morning I had a lovely cooked breakfast. I had sausages, beans, bacon, some hash browns. That was good.
Exactly. That's what we would like to hear and see.
Okay.
I know it's very, very hard, and I'm
Yeah.
very sorry for
No.
pushing and pushing, but you know what you do with the instrument. You are a very fine singer. You are advanced. You know, you have so many wonderful, wonderful things to offer. But I think if you could crack that a bit,
Yeah.
you would have a complete different response.
Okay.
And not just that people walk out and say, he has a beautiful voice, he sang beautiful,
Yeah.
but actually that you connect with people and move them.
Yeah.
Okay? So now I would like, can we actually swap, because I would like to continue this exercise but with Anakreon Scarp. And I thought you played really beautifully. Sometimes I find you're an opposite of many other pianists, but I found particularly in the end that I'm missing sometimes a tiny bit the discount. You have a lot of middle voices in the end. I mean, it's not most interesting here, but I find also in the end it's very heavily in the middle, but not actually. And you could do sometimes also in the third verse, for example, really a more change of colors as well.
Yeah, cool.
You're brave, but it could be even more.
Awesome. In a G minor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do quickly Anakreon.
Okay.
Wo die Rose hier blüht, wo Reben Lorbeer sich schlingen, wo das Tötelchen lockt, wo sich das Grillchen ergötzt. Welch ein Grab ist hier, das alle Götter mit Leben schön bepflanzt und geziemt. Es ist's, Anakreons Ruh. Frühling, Sommer und Herbst, Genuss der glückliche Dichter. Vor dem Winter hat ihn endlich der Hügel geschützt.
Very beautiful. And I somehow have the feeling here you feel somehow way more, either you already feel more confident or you try to do it, but I had the feeling it's more you.
Yeah, I guess with Auf der Book, just because of the character, the music, it's very tempting to kind of be feel more of a character, or because in a way what he's talking about feels like such a still, beautiful moment, and just feels more natural to just kind of, yeah.
I agree, but on the other hand, when we have a song which is so outreaching,
Yeah,
you still can reach out to the audience
Yeah.
and communicate, but you don't have to pretend.
yeah,
I mean, you can. It's also a side of you being, you know, energetic and youthful and over the top.
yeah,
But it still has to be part within you as a personality,
Yeah,
and not
yeah.
just take it out somewhere
yeah,
else.
yeah, exactly.
Okay?
Yeah,
I would like to do an exercise with the first 2 lines.
yeah,
I give you 3 emotions,
okay.
and I don't care if the words are wrong. By the word, it's Turtelchen.
Okay, yeah.
You're saying Turtelchen.
Oh, yeah.
Turtelchen.
Turtelchen.
Mhm. I gave you 3 emotions.
Yeah.
You sing 3 times the first phrase.
Yeah,
I don't care if you're the wrong notes, if you know, whatever. I just want that you only think of this one emotion I tell you.
okay.
And we stop and you start from the beginning. We do the same bit 3 times
Okay.
with 3 different emotions. I tell only you, not the audience.
Okay.
So the first emotion is that. This one you loved very much. Broke up with you yesterday.
Okay.
You're completely devastated.
Okay.
The second one is that well, you try not to completely hard drugs.
Okay.
Hallucinations and everything.
Yeah.
And the third one is that you have to tell someone like you want to tell the person.
Okay. Yeah.
And you don't know how to really say it.
Okay. Yeah.
And you
Okay.
think shit into that small.
Okay.
You remember all 3?
Yeah.
So you can have a little think and then we
Yeah,
do it
yeah,
again, okay?
yeah, yeah.
Wo die Rose hier blüht, wo Reben Nobel sich schwingen, wo das Tötelchen lockt, wo sich das Grillchen ergötzt.
Okay, super. Second one, from the beginning. You can do only one bar if you want, or in the bar.
Wo die Rose hier blüht, wo Reben Labie sich schlingen, wo das Tötelchen lockt, wo sich das Grillchen ergötzt. Wo die Rose hier blüht, wo Reben Labie sich schwingen, wo das Tötelchen lockt, wo sich das Grillchen ergötzt.
Great, thank you. So in the end, actually, it's not about sound production. It's no one cares really if it's not true, but I say it. No one cares how you sing in the end.
Yeah.
It's actually how you communicate and how you show your inner feelings to an audience.
Yeah.
And one can say, well, in this phrase he sang with too much air on it, or he, you know, these are all things which are not important, and probably people won't say that. But you offer something.
Yeah.
Song singing is always about decision making in every moment. And
Yeah.
that's the wonderful thing why I love doing it.
Mhm.
I make my own decisions, and every night it will be another decision I have to take in every moment.
Yeah.
And the entire song can go this way, or can go this way, or this way, and there's not right or wrong.
Yeah.
But you have to be brave to make the decision on a base of an inner emotional feeling, of an inner connection of your own experiences, what you experience throughout the day, your own emotional state, this all comes together.
Yeah.
And then you somehow filter it and bring it into different directions.
Yeah.
And that's why people feel connected to you. And that's why they buy tickets. And it's more important than ever before. I know there's a lot of pressure, particularly on your generation. it's wonderful to be invited at wonderful places, song promoters around the world. They invite you as a young artist if they like you. If you do a good job, it's more difficult to get the second invitation.
Yeah.
If you don't sell after the second or third one, they won't invite you again.
Yeah.
It's the same, it's with all of us, it's the same.
Yeah.
So start from very young, early age to think how you can build a base around you, people who like what you do and they follow you and come to your concerts.
Yeah.
But yes, you have the base of studying at the college and learning that and learning how to have a technique and how to sing in languages and all of that. That's all very important. But for you, on the level you are, the next step is to build an emotional connection with an audience.
Yeah.
That's the way, one brick of your house you have to build, which is the next level.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Would you tell me 3 things which were important today? If there were 3, let's see.
Yeah. Not putting on, singing as yourself in song. Making sure that gesture, if you're going to choose a gesture or something, that it's not to overpaint a word, but as part of what the whole song is communicating. And what's the third thing? Yeah, not worry so much about technique.
What I want to say is, because when you do your certain gesture,
Yeah.
very often high notes, then you also hit, then you do also that,
Yeah.
it's like adding up.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to say to this song, have a look, because what's amazing in this Goethe poem is he uses 3 vowels, O, E, S, 3 consonants and vowels, O, E, R,
Yeah.
which gives a very bass feeling, a very dark, earthy feeling,
Yeah.
and then U, E, what's the other one? I have to look up, this will tell you in a second, which gives a very transcendental feeling.
Yeah.
And in the middle of the poem is the name Anakreon.
Anakreon.
And that's the wonderful thing when you think of a language which actually balances it all the time. So if you have a feeling of that, for me it helps very much to have light and darkness.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Sorry. Hello, hi. Hi. Someone told me it's so cold in Leeds. I feel incredibly warm and hot here.
It's quite warm in here, but it's cold outside. We would like to start with Nachtgebet by Joseph Marx. It's a song about someone praying to their loved ones, but the loved one isn't there. And they're praying that they want to tell them how much they love them, how deep their love is, but they're kind of scared that if they actually show them how much they feel for them, that they would get so scared and so overwhelmed by all that emotion that they couldn't take it.
Sorry. Someone left my pencil. Oh, the same story. thank you. I think you both created a beautiful atmosphere. I would like to ask you, I forgot actually, lucky you, I forgot to ask you, when you study, you have hundreds of coaches and teachers and they throw all the rubbish at you and criticize everyone. And when I studied, I found very difficult to, within all this feedback, to find a way out. And very often we forget actually where we are good in, being criticized all the time. So I would like to ask you to tell me 3 things where you think you're better than others, why a promoter like Joe Middleton here in Leeds Leader should actually book you and not one of the other 5,000 surprises.
Well, I think I'm quite hardworking. Like I put a lot of effort in the work and the preparation before, and I care a lot about the music, and so that's why I really want to investigate a lot of detail. And the second thing, I think, combined with that first thing, I'm not afraid of being criticized. I mean, we get criticized all the time, and I think I learned how to be open for it and take it, but also started to stick with things that I think, actually, that's what I liked. And I liked when I did that, and also toss some of the things where I'm like, it's just not me. And when I try to do it that way, it's like, it doesn't feel organic or it doesn't work. But I try to take something from everyone when I think, it actually helps.
Okay.
Like even from people when I don't. And I think personally as a performer, I can be very vulnerable, which can be a huge strength, but also a huge weakness.
Great. Super. What about you?
I'm very dedicated to the text, and I think that's definitely my strength, and I think I can offer, like when I rehearse with someone, I can really offer something on the poetry as well. And like I did some singing before I did collaborative piano, and I think that really helps me understand the shapes and what a singer needs, and like different singers needing different things.
Great. Now, coming back to the song. They've asked 10 conductors at the Metropolitan Opera what is the most important thing a singer has to provide. And out of 10 had the same answer. It wasn't high voice, it wasn't loud, it wasn't being a good colleague, it was rhythm. Particularly opera conductors are so busy in the pit that they have no time, if you are schlepping or whatever or ahead, they have no time to catch you. Now, coming back to song, I think it's even more important to have a feeling of rhythm and a well-balanced way of pulse. It's, of course, a song which has a lot of freedom, but I find that you take it too far. How is it playing for her in this song? Is it easy, or do you always have to follow, or do you have the feeling that you also can guide her?
We can, I think, but I would say we spend a lot of time together and kind of know how that works, and we like to maybe try out pushing the phrases in many different ways, and maybe we can sometimes go back to doing it more rhythmically to see.
What I mean, I don't want to have it that way in the end. What I want is that the choices are done properly and not always. It's like having 1 spoon of Nutella and then you have hundreds of spoons and you feel sick of it. And not that you, but anyway. So what I would like, it now sounds completely the opposite what I just said to you. I would like to do an exercise with you where you completely push your colleague forwards and backwards. So you sing, I don't know the song. For example, oh, sehst du mich jetzt wie? So completely unmusical, not what's written, completely out of context. And you just really want to poke her and want to surprise her. Okay? You want to, you actually would like to make her look stupid.
Okay. Sorry.
Needs a bit of time, no? It's hard. Strangely, you took the biggest risk when there were just line chords underneath you. So I would have loved that you actually do it even more when the piano is busy. Can we now turn it around? So you are leading and you just listen. Just listen. Listen even more carefully. I mean, it's particularly the bits where she's busy. I have the feeling you're not really...
Okay.
It's hard. Let's continue from here. And you can be braver. I think you're a very nice colleague.
Dass ich nicht drein vergehe.
And it's a different way of making music for both of you. It's wonderful having a duo, and I'm completely for duo working together, but there's always a danger that you rehearse and you do that and you go more into that extreme, and there is a lack of... It's a different listening. I'm not saying that you don't listen, but it's a different listening actually what your colleague does. Now, we pushed it that far. What I would like now, coming back what I said in the beginning, to be aware when you take time and rubato and when you go a little bit forward. But it is all within a certain parameter box. Okay, can we try from the top? I find personally, for this kind of German repertoire, I find your portamento, particularly on Liebe, a little bit too much.
Yeah.
It sounds a bit like René Fleming. Which is not a bad thing, but I find it's not a portamento for German music. I find it more Italian. Okay, but it's a personal taste thing. Yourself while singing.
Well, I can't conduct that, yeah.
Do you need the score? Maybe.
Maybe.
Going very well. You should send it to the Arts Council. Can we start on the top? Oh, let's start from the beginning. It's easier. I just think it's good to, also with the, changing the bars and so on, I think it's very good to have a feeling of a beat.
Mm-hmm.
And also for you, I think it's very, very important. And now you can make decisions where to take it out as a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do it once more?
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of time. Now, play actually with the timing when you have a construct of pulse. I don't want to say, but if you have a construct of pulse, now suddenly bring some upbeats a little bit earlier, come in a little bit later, but don't lose the pulse. What I would like to is that you do things being full aware of and not leaving it.
Yeah.
It's like, skiing down the hill.
Yeah.
It looks always very flexible, and but you always have to make the decision actually when to take the next curve, or how to say it, turn. Because if you don't do it, you.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do an exercise. Even within a slow tempo, you can actually make it more lively. Slow doesn't mean you don't do that. Slow doesn't mean low energy. What I would like is, for example, to do this exercise, and please be precise. So what I would like is you do this gesture. And you come in, try always to come in a tiny bit early. So, oh, sähst du mich jetzt bieten? Okay? I have the feeling you always lie a bit back in the entrance of the new note. And I do this gesture, not this gesture, or because I don't want that you bang the notes or hit the notes. So I would like that you actually really, like a boat on the waves, yeah? So maybe just half a bar, or whatever. And try to be always a bit early. So this gesture is always a little bit before the beat. I do a lot of exercise exercise outside of my body, so I can see it in front of my eyes. And part of the exercise is actually that you actually watch it.
Look at it, yeah.
Okay. Let's do it again.
Siehst du mich jetzt beten, zu deinen heilig tiefen Augen?
You do very well. Can we do a tiny bit earlier, even? Only when you're stressing on every note, not just on the beats.
Siehst du mich jetzt beten, zu deinen heilig tiefen Augen, die fragend zu mir flehten, wie nach Leben.
What do you think?
Yeah, it kind of distracts me from singing, and it kind of just lets me go on with the piece. Yeah.
It's clearer.
Mm-hmm.
The sound is clearer. I find the vibrato is more constant on every note, and it is more led by the language. It gives the slow tempo excitement without feeling rushed, nor without really. I mean, we do it a bit faster, but not really with going faster. So that's for me a secret of slow songs keeping excited, not dragging down. And particularly in the music which has such long lines and so on, it helps me to sustain the line and think through an entire phrase. I always find it way more terrifying when there's a long phrase and I think of the last word and I really think I have to go there all the time. But on the way I lose myself very often. I take everything, we say fuschlering. And being in the moment, being a little bit earlier, having this kind of springing board helps me very much. And I had the feeling that for you also it works. Can we do this, let's do no one can listen to the beginning of this song anymore. Can we do page 2 from A Tempo with the same, and then sometimes now you do the same exercise and sometimes when you take the time you don't do it, okay? So try then into it. Try in these moments really to delay on purpose, okay?
So,
you know what I mean?
Sorry.
Well, for example, I don't know where you would like to take some time and make magic. So you stop for this one note, this exercise, and try actually on purpose to delay.
Oh, okay.
And then it has an absolute magical effect. Okay? I still find you could come even earlier. Yeah? Just enjoy it. Now just think you come half a beat early. Oh good, don't
almost
worry.
The same as
Don't
the
worry, it's
same.
very a lot to take in.
Yeah.
Siehst du mich? Okay? And really have the feeling, be brave, come half a bit early. Oh, sie. For now.
Siehst du, wie ich bete, zu deiner körperfrohen Seele.
Super, great. Now do one more.
Mhm.
For Sie.
Mhm.
Be very brave. Same.
Du siehst du, wie ich bete, zu deiner kinderfrohen Seele. Es schwiege deine Kinderseele. Dass sie nicht untergeht.
See, continue. It's here freestyle.
Yeah.
Okay? So you don't have to do that.
Okay.
Dass sie nicht untergehe in meiner Liebe.
Beautiful. What I will, so it sounds maybe contradictional to you, but what I want for you to achieve is a base of pulse, and be aware of that. And then on top of that, you make the decisions of taking time, of being a little bit earlier, but it needs a base. You don't build a house 2 meters above the floor, yeah?
Yeah.
So I don't want to restrict you, I want to give you freedom, but the freedom within reasons. And then suddenly it's so exciting for you and for your musical partner to actually pull and push while listening openly. This exercise does really only make sense to look at.
Yeah.
Don't do it, I know it was busy, you
Yeah.
also want to read the score, because otherwise we all think the singers are all mental if we just...
Yeah.
So you really have to focus on that, okay? What was important today?
Well, keeping the pulse of the
Nothing.
music.
Okay.
Actually, like really listening in the moment and not just going with what we rehearsed all the time. And well, for me, it felt like not getting stuck in my head, but just letting the music happen, kind of in the way it is written, and therefore letting my voice just travel and not, constructing too much.
I mean, singers have the reputation of being stupid. But actually, I think people who don't sing don't understand what's going on in our brains when we sing. We also don't understand. But there's a lot going on. And actually, when I was a student, I went to a few people like Simon Keeley and so on, having some coachings to just understand what's going on in the brain of a singer. Because for me, it was an absolute mess up there. Because we think that and this and that. And yes, of course, it is every day a different way of thinking on stage. And Fischer-Dieskau said to me, he only felt on 5 days a year, he felt 100% in shape. Every other day he had to... Yes, we have to do that, but when we perform on top of that, we just have to feel a space of at least 30% in our brain which is free and flows and is in the moment and feels connected with ourselves, with the audience, with our emotions. At least 30%, I would say 80%. But I would like for you all to achieve that when you work technically and you do something, have a notebook, whatever next thing in technique is, whatever covering in the top. When you have the feeling you feel safe and secure, you cross it out of your notebook and you go to the next one. If you add, we all explode. And I would like for you that you feel a freedom and you are a hard-working singer and you try to really take everything in, but at the end of the day when you perform, just enjoy and be in the moment with yourself. Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, both of
Thank
you.
you very
Thank
much.
I think that's yours. No?
Hello.
Hi.
Appl.
Very nice to meet you. Axel. Where are you from?
Oslo.
Lovely, beautiful city. But you live here in the UK, or?
Yeah, I study at the Royal Academy with Zane.
Hi. What's your name?
Zane.
Let me see how that Zen. Okay, thank you. Which one of the two would you like to?
Bandband in Moon.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Zane and I would like to start with Schubert's Der Wanderer an den Mond, words by Seidel. And, well, it's about a sort of alienated man, a wanderer that's sort of tired of the world and tries to find some comfort in the moon, and sort of envies the moon a little bit because it has a home wherever it is in the sky, while he's constantly searching and can't really find a safe place. You know.
Ich auf der Erd am Himmel durch, wir wandern beide rüstig zu. Ich ernst und trüb, du mild und reich, was mag der Unterschied wohl sein? Ich wandre fremd von Land zu Land, so heimatlos, so unbekannt. Bergauf, bergab, Wald ein, Wald aus, doch bin ich nirgend auch zu Haus. Du aber wanderst auf und ab, aus Ostens wie Westens Grab. Als Länder ein und Länder aus, und bist doch wo du bist zu Haus. Der Himmel endlos ausgespannt ist dein geliebtes Heimatland. O glücklich wer wohin ihr geht, doch auf der Heimat Boden steht. Glücklich wer wohin ihr geht, doch auf der Heimat Boden steht. Auf der Heimat Boden steht.
Beautiful. You have a very beautiful voice, really very musical. I would like to look into something knowing, also coming from a boys' choir, singing as a young boy, knowing all the advantages and disadvantages of that, becoming a young male singer.
Mm-hmm.
What to take with you on the journey from these experiences and what to leave behind. Let's start with the positive things. What do you think you can rely on from singing from a young age?
I think the experience aspect of it, I sort of have I can be relaxed on the stage quite effortlessly in a way, and also quite open and so easily influenced. If I decide for an emotion or a thought or someone else's thoughts, I can quickly adapt, I think, to it. The professionalism of it all, and
Mm-hmm.
like the seriousness and dedication.
What,
Yeah.
What are the things you think is different as a male voice? Is there technically a difference? Is the way you approach differently? Is it what would you say is actually a challenge of having so much experience and so many good things you bring into you as a performer?
It's also in a way sort of breaking free from that as well, to just become a grown, like mature performer, and sort of just letting the music sort of pass through without relying on like external like charm or anything like that, or finesse, which can be just not just as effects in a way. Yeah.
I think it's a very particular for you, not for others, but I think it's a very particular interesting stage for you. And I'm sure you thought about that a lot for yourself, but you are very young still, as a low voice, and it is a period of transition to something else. And on one hand, I can imagine, we've met right now 2 minutes ago, so I don't know you at all. But I imagine it could be, on one hand, of course, seeing all the hard work you've done over the years, was not for nothing. You can continue on that. People know you. You have all the background of musicality, where other people have to work so hard to understand how to phrase or sing in different languages. All of that is wonderful, wonderful abilities you already have in your backpack. And then, on the other hand, also needing the patience, on one hand, of age and growing and mature, to being seen as the male singer, as the new Appl, to be the, sounds stupid, but a respected grown-up. Yeah, so on one hand, working on that hard, to on one hand leave that behind, but on the other hand also having the patience to get there.
Yeah.
And it's not an easy, I was in a boys choir as well, so I had the issue really that I had the feeling I had to listen always left and right and be, as a boy you always have to be precise and you have to be in tempo and all of that, so these are all things which were stuck in my brain and I had to really leave that behind. So I just want to encourage you, all you have a lot of things to offer and it's wonderful, but be also aware, and I'm sure you are, how to really walk the next steps in a personal and vocal development. Now, coming to this song. I personally, I'm not a big fan, but that's very, very personal. I'm not a big fan if we sing towards the floor, or even in the introduction we look down. I'm not a big fan. I know other people have no issue, but you didn't do that at all. But I just want to encourage all the others. I'm teaching at the Guildhall, and some of my colleagues say exactly the opposite. I can't stand when a singer, you don't do that, when a singer walks on stage and whatever does. And then the worst is like, to the pianist, yeah? You don't do that at all, but I really think you do all your preparation outside. When you walk through the stage door, the show must go on. There's no privacy, there is nothing. You're only there for the others. There's no moment of being within yourself. Okay. So I find when you start a song and you look down, while the piano plays the introduction, or even in the Ich auf der Erde am Himmel du, trying to be on the earth, I don't think it works.
No.
You can lower your eyes a little bit back there and a bit up, but I would never do that. Okay?
Yeah.
Because also you lose your sound quality.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start again.
Ich auf der Erd am Himmel du, wir wandern beide rüstig zu.
Great. Thank you. Generally, I find every upbeat needs a little bit more love.
Okay.
You treat them like a stepmother. Okay? Be nicer to them. So, ich. What I don't want is hitting it.
Yeah, yeah.
But what I feel, what I feel with each note, particularly in the low notes, for me they always start from a very, very small point. And then they open up. It's like, I never,
Yeah.
sounds, inside it sounds louder, but actually it doesn't have the overtones. And it's not healthy singing. So if I really create every note like an umbrella, I have the feeling it's healthy singing. So what I don't want is now, ich. Can you try just this up it, ich, or whatever is the note? Ich. No, just you, without. I hear a little bit, I hear a bit of glottal.
Okay.
I would like. Do you hear the difference?
A little bit, yeah.
And now a little crescendo. I don't feel a crescendo this way. I feel a crescendo actually that my body has this kind of like waving. I have the feeling.
Slightly after the attack, in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Again. Let's start again on the beginning. So I imagine a little H in front, but I don't sing it. And what I don't mean is when I do this umbrella, that every note is like pushed,
Yeah.
gets a belly. For me, actually, this process of opening the umbrella is actually can be each note different. So sometimes it goes very fast, sometimes it can be complete different image. So people won't actually hear this little.
It's ever so fast. Yeah.
Can be fast as well. What I just want is, particularly with your age, I don't want that you hit the notes when I say the upbeat needs a little bit more love.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, let's try. Thank you.
Ich auf der Erd am Himmel, du, wir wandern beide rüstig zu. Ich ernst und trüb, du mild und reich, was macht?
Okay. Great. Yeah, I think that's an exercise for you to grow vocally, but not hitting and not doing any harm to your voice.
Yeah, in all the register, but
Yeah.
especially the lower.
Because I find particularly when we are all very insecure about our low register, and then we always try to.
Yeah.
Particularly with young age, it's not helping. It's not going anywhere. It actually will block you more. So if you approach it that way, and you're gentle, it will actually open up earlier, better and faster. Ich ernst und trüb, Can we have a little break here?
Yes.
Because otherwise it sounds like one.
Yeah.
Can we go there? Ich ernst und trüb,
Ich ernst und trüb, du mild und reich, was mag der Unterschied wohl sein? Ich wandre fremd von Land zu Land, so heimatlos, so unbekannt.
Great. It's exceptionally musical how you phrase. But we know already how the next phrase of you will sound.
Yeah.
So what I would like sometimes that you surprise us.
Yeah.
And also sometimes the small notes are not part of the line.
Yeah.
Rüsig zu.
Yeah.
Because you've shaped some rüsig. I'm exaggerating, but
Yeah.
you shape so beautifully that sometimes I lose actually the quality of sound.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you be now very unmusical and just actually try to make me feel upset because it's so unmusical that you actually put the stresses on all the wrong syllables and it sounds awful.
Okay.
Can you shock me?
I can try. Yeah. from
It needs a lot.
from where?
It doesn't matter.
Ernst und Rübing.
Ich erst und trüb, mild und rein, was mag der Unterschied wohl sein? Ich wandre fremd von Land zu Land, so heimatlos, so unbekannt.
Can you do more?
Berg auf, Berg ab, Wald ein, Wald aus, doch bin ich nirgend auch zu Haus.
If that's the most unmusical
No,
you can
I
show me,
tried.
then it's quite extraordinary. Quite
It's
extraordinary.
just straight on, yeah.
Of course, I don't want in the end that you sing stupid things. What I want is, and that's also part where you have to break through, is you started as a young male voice with set boundaries, how far you can go because of the experience.
Yeah.
And I would like that you question that. And that you force yourself jumping over these fences and explore what's out there. And even if it's bad, and even if it's ugly, and it doesn't sound right, but I would like that you question it. It's very easy to feel set and feel safe within the parameters which on early age other people put on you, but of course you felt very comfortable on it. And you still can feel comfortable, and it will be wonderful, and you will have a great career and all of that. But I think for you right now, at this stage, where we have to wait also vocally, how it develops, how it matures, you can't push it too far, these are the things where you can actually work on.
Yeah.
And enjoy life, and I find it so important as a young musician to go to art galleries and go to the music theatre and whatever, the pop concert in the O2 Arena, and drink like crazy and be parties and collect all these experiences in life. And take that all in as a life experience which you also mature as an artist. And we are like painters, and we need, for our canvas, we need a huge board of different colors where we can mix and paint our musical painting. Also for us, it's the same. And we only, for example, when people say Winterreise is only for old people, you need experience and all of that. Maybe, but I think we can work against it in collecting all kind of images around us. We take everything in like a sponge. We look at the tube and see someone walking strange, and I think that's exactly the Count of Le Nozze di Figaro. And just take everything in what you experience as in the same way as you go to your voice lesson and write down what your teacher tells you. That's for you right now the way forward on top of, maturing vocally. That's all what you have to take in. And then use that to just push your boundaries. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Let's continue to the major section.
Du aber wanderst auf und ab, aus Osten es Weg in Westens Grab. Als Länder ein und Länder aus, und bist doch wo du bist zu Haus.
Great. Now I would like to do another exercise. I would like that you do this to show, actually, it should show how fast the air flows while singing.
Yeah.
Okay? Can you try? And you look at it, and please on the same height as your eyes. Fabulous. But only do it actually when you sing, so I don't want that you're now spinning like, okay? Maybe, can you give it as a boy?
Auf und ab, aus Osten es Weg in Westens Grab.
Great. Look when I sing.
Du aber wanderst.
Yeah. That's my energy. Okay?
Yeah.
What I feel generally is the biggest lack of young musicians is actually energy. It's the engine, the motor, that's what when I teach, I find actually that's from every aspect of singing, that's the biggest challenge for young singers. So, it sounds beautiful, but it needs actually the...
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about gripping here or having more voice or anything, it's just more... Let's do it once more.
Auf und ab aus Ostens Weg in Westens Grab.
What do we think? Thank you. What do we think? Is there a change? I think it's a massive change.
Yeah. Instead of
It's more alive.
Yeah.
The other one is beautiful, good boy.
Yeah, and instead of worrying about the dynamic and
No,
it will come.
it's fine.
Yeah.
You're actually not someone who has to worry about dynamic and musical terms.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Once more.
Du aber wanderst auf und ab aus Ostens Weg in Westens Grab. Als Länder ein und Länder aus und bist doch wo du bist zu Haus.
Great, super. Super. It's a very good exercise for you. Still in the beginning of phrase, doesn't have the same speed and not the same attention. So start please from the beginning. Do you do some? Oh good, sorry. Because there's a version with this dotted and another one which isn't. Hold on. Did you dot here? Weiße Länder ein und Länder aus und oh, maybe no.
I did that.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There is no. So I was really starting to doubt. Let's do the same place, please. Once more. Du aber wanderst. Let's do again and really have the feeling that you start having this energy, this engine running from the very first upbeat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Auf und ab aus Ostens Weg in Westens Grab.
Can you not focus? We hear it. So focus. Focus always here.
Als Länder ein und Länder aus und bist doch wo du bist zu Haus.
It's not dotted.
Der Himmel endlos ausgespannt ist dein geliebtes Heimatland.
So when the note actually gets flat and doesn't have the energy, we also see it here immediately.
Yeah.
I love this exercise because it shows really what's going inside of our body. Okay, let's do the ending. Oh, glücklich wer.
Oh, glücklich wer, wohin ihr geht, doch auf der Heimat Boden steht. Glücklich wer, wohin ihr geht, doch auf der Heimat Boden steht. Auf der Heimat Boden steht.
You can see, it's extraordinary, you can see it. Heimat. And then, okay.
Yeah.
So how are we doing this end? We have 3 times the same text.
Yeah.
Can you offer us 3 times something different? So glücklich wir, yeah, same place, sorry.
O glücklich wer, wohin ihr geht, doch auf der Heimat Boden steht. Glücklich wer, wohin ihr geht, doch auf der Heimat Boden steht. Auf der Heimat Boden steht.
It's extraordinary when you don't do the exercise how the sound is different, isn't it? Okay, we do the same exercise as we did with you. I give you 3 emotions for the very last phrase. First one is think of these emotions. The second one is full of aggression because someone is attacking you. You have to self-defend. You have to jump like a lion.
Oui.
And the third one is what was the first one? I forgot about it. Yes. And the last one is you're completely out of drugs. Well, completely. Hold on. You tell someone you love. Okay? You tell someone you love. Yeah. You know this line. You're absolutely mad at this person. We can actually start. Glücklich, wer wohin er geht.
O glücklich, wer wohin ihr geht, doch auf der Heimatboden steht. Glücklich, wer wohin ihr geht, doch auf der Heimatboden steht. Auf der Heimatboden.
Sorry, there was a misunderstanding. I really want only this emotion on the very last. Auf der Heimatboden steht only on this one. So we can start actually. Glücklich, wer wohin hier geht, auf der. Can we start here?
Yeah.
No, second one. Glücklich, wer wohin hier geht, doch auf der Heimatboden steht, auf der
And then
Heimat.
the last. And the last.
So we all start together. Glücklich, wer wohin. And then you only think these emotions, these three emotions, only on the auf der Heimatboden steht.
Glücklich, wer wohin ihr geht, doch auf der Heimatboden steht. Auf der Heimatboden steht.
Again, second emotion.
Glücklich, wer wohin ihr geht, doch auf der Heimatboden steht. Auf der Heimatboden steht.
Oh, I have to think about what was that. Oh yeah, yeah.
Glücklich, wer wohin ihr geht, doch auf der Heimatboden steht. Auf der Heimatboden steht.
Now we do the all three glücklich, and you do for the first phrase the first one, the second phrase the second one, and the third one the third one.
Okay.
So from here. Oh, glücklich, wer wohin er geht, doch auf der. Okay.
O glücklich, wer wohin ihr geht, doch auf der Heimatboden steht. Glücklich, wer wohin ihr geht, doch auf der Heimatboden steht. Auf der Heimatboden steht.
So, any one of you, did you have any association with what he was thinking? What could that be? Any of these three?
Back of the draft.
Sorry?
Back of the draft.
Okay. Any other feedback?
That flat.
Okay. We won't share what we talked about, but that's what music is in interpretation in the end. It's about I send an emotion out, which I deeply connect with, and each of you individually receives it in a different way and puts it in her or his own world. And one might think of the death of the partner, another one might think of the fight he has with his wife at home, and the other one about the missed exam and everything. So that's what music is about. It is about communication. Somewhere in the middle, the message transforms individually to all of us, and we take it into our own world. But this only works if we send something. If we try to sing, do everything right, show beautiful voice, show our skills, it doesn't work. And suddenly this song becomes part of you, and you become part of the song. And suddenly you take us on a journey, and it's more than just Axel singing beautifully and has a wonderful package, and we all know he will have a wonderful future. It's more than that. I think you could be even braver
Okay.
in letting it go and really bring it out.
Mm-hmm.
But you were very brave, and it was a great start. But I think these are all the works you could do right now.
Yes.
I know it's terrible being patient as a young singer. That was actually the reason why I started studying singing when I was 28. I did some other things before, banking and studying business and all of that, because I was afraid that I could not do that, waiting when I'm young.
Mm.
It's wonderful that you do what you love and you start early, but have the patience in a way of certain development, but use the time right now and not get frustrated in other things you can collect during this period of life. What was important?
Yeah, I think what you just finished off with is that just to constantly explore, grow like all aspects of what is an artist. To just seek inspiration outside of just the singing and singing elegantly and knowing that I can do it well, but to sort of just expand in knowledge and feeling and just experience in a way. Yeah.
And don't take your boundaries, your fences for granted.
Yeah.
Challenge them.
Yeah.
That's, I think, where you can grow the most.
Mm.
Great. Thank you very much. Sorry I didn't say a lot to you, but... So sieht man sich wieder. So sieht man sich wieder. Alles gut. Mal wieder. Warum bringen Sie mir das Gleiche?
Ach, wäre vielleicht interessant.
Okay.
Tatsächlich habe ich das gar nicht jedem das ausgewählt.
Ah, okay. Alles gut. Hello, sorry. very beautiful, both of you. A lot changed. I have to say, I've met Herrn Kirchhoff, Anton, I've met many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
How many years? 5?
3.5 years ago.
Oh, feels longer. Do you enjoy London? I think it does you very, very well. Anyway, no, a lot developed, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Strangely, we worked 3.5 years ago on the same song. I don't know. Anyway, I find sometimes you have too many stresses, also in moments where I think it's not necessary. We will look into that later. First, about I always enjoyed very much the way you communicate, the way how you feel things. I find sometimes you don't do a lot of gestures. 50% of them I don't find convincing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I personally don't like having hands on chests and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's for your Italian opera debut, but maybe not for the Strauss. And also in the little interlude in the end,
yeah.
Don't comment, the music comments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Comment. The music comments. You don't have to underline something.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I like that you interact with an audience, but for me, it never works if you actually turn too far, so you lose all these people on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit dismissive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So yes, you can, but it's more really a feeling of turning towards here, but don't turn your body away.
Yeah.
And also, I feel we worked a lot on, I don't know if you remember, I remember, on these exercises of Fassbender, which you didn't understand immediately with the net.
Mm-hmm.
I think with or without this exercise it developed a lot, but I feel it a little bit linear. And I would like now to have really more of a feeling of embracing, of a wider, the same sensation you have. I would like, and you can still focus on people, but never lose somehow also what's left and right.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Yeah, it's
beautifully linear,
mm-hmm.
and it's wonderful being exactly the chosen person where you actually send your message. But you might win the heart of this wonderful lady, but you might have lost hundreds of other hearts.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Even when you really have the attention towards 1 or 2 or 3 people, never lose somehow the feeling, the grandness of...
Yeah. Understand.
Okay, good. I think your voice really developed beautifully, and it's richer and really has quite a lot of manly sounds.
Mm-hmm.
I personally find it in the middle range a little bit too thick right now.
Okay.
It's a bit... And then sometimes I was wondering about the top, which went wonderfully well,
mm-hmm.
but I was before a little bit worried if it will be a little bit overblown.
Mm-hmm.
So I personally find it's a little bit too wide. And then in the passaggio it could... I find the passaggio...
Do you mean too much...
I find it...
Strength?
Maybe 5% less,
mm-hmm.
less of pushing, a little bit more relaxed and towards all the different sides, and then in the passaggio I find you lead through it a little bit too wide.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
For me, passaggio needs so passaggio is normally, I think that way. The voice is, or the channel of my voice is like that,
mm-hmm.
where the air flows, and when we come to the passaggio, it has a little bit like a bottle, a little neck.
Yeah.
So in this part of the voice, the air flows quicker. It has to push through quicker to get through the entire amount of air.
Mm.
And I have the feeling your bottleneck is a little bit like that, and therefore when you come to the top, it worked out this time, but I'm not sure if it always works out. So, and then really depends on your vocal teacher. I don't want to we talked about that I think also last time.
Mm.
It can either go out again, and be wide on the top, or it has like a pyramid, whatever. That's something I don't want to touch right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I find the bottleneck of the passaggio is too wide.
Okay.
Okay? It doesn't give you enough or as much flexibility as I would like
mm-hmm.
to have for you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start again.
Mm-hmm.
Routen aus dem Trager bei und lass uns wieder von der Liebe.
You're a very intelligent singer, and I'm a very, very mean person. And I would say that you use your voice in the best possible way to present yourself. I'm so mean. And you're very good to cover up some of the shaky bits, meaning die letzten Roten.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Do
find
that
you
off the
always,
body, yeah.
and always in the same way. And I would like that you challenge yourself, not just singing the very floating off voice things, but actually finding a little bit a way of more singing the note.
Yeah.
Which is a risk, I guess. No?
No, it's exactly what I'm working on.
Perfect. Then let's work on that. Die letzten roten Aspen.
Die letzten Routen aus dem Trager
Can it have less effort? With less effort? So you place it now very much, but actually.
Die letzten Routen aus dem Trager
I also love the little notes. Letzten roten Ast. They all need a vibrato.
Die letzten Routen aus dem Trager
Great, but Asten as well. The other ones were great, yeah? Super.
Die letzten Routen aus dem Trager
I'm super pingelig, as we say. I hear some strange dear, so it stays the same vowel. Die
letzten Routen aus dem Trager bei und lass uns wieder von der Liebe reden, wie einst im Mai.
So, for example, wie einst, it's not about dynamics so much. It's really I find here the bottleneck is too wide. Wie einst. I lose control. And then I can open it again. But if I start, I'm stuck. Und lass uns wieder. And here also, you sing it the same way. It's wonderful. Then 3.5 years, and it's beautiful. I just want to give you options.
Yeah.
Und lass uns. So you either do und lass uns wie. It's very German. Und lass, either you do, these notes don't have to be this way. Und lass uns, or und lass uns wie. Not so precise.
Und lass uns
Sorry.
wieder von der Liebe.
I'm very strict with you, but you know me. So, it has me, und lass uns.
Yeah.
I like that the first note has a sound, but it doesn't have a hit.
Okay.
Und lass uns.
Und lass uns wieder von
It's an
der
option, but I would not say, and let us talk. It's not the right moment for that, you know?
Yeah.
Und lass, doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Und lass uns wieder von der Liebe reden, wie einst im Mai.
It's not about volume. It's about how I feel my column. I don't want that you sound that. That's not what it means to really have a bottleneck. It means just that the air flows faster and more energized. Wie eins im Mai. And it gives me the flexibility, making a crescendo, making a decrescendo, mezzo di voce, all of that. I want to give you the flexibility and not feeling stuck. It's what you make wonderful sounds, but they're a bit static.
Yeah, okay.
Und lasst uns wieder von der Liebe reden, wie einst im Mai. Gib mir die Hand, dass ich sie heimlich drücke, und wenn man sieht, mir ist es einerlei.
Thank you. Here it could be more of a recit.
Yeah.
Gib mir die Hand, dass ich sie heimlich drücke.
Yeah.
I find it also here very
Yeah, free.
in Ordnung. Und wenn man sieht, mir ist es einerlei. He really writes it like you speak. And I feel you sing it. And I would like that you speak it.
Okay.
Okay?
Gib mir die Hand, dass ich sie heimlich drücke.
Beautiful, but it doesn't mean when you speak that
Yeah,
I
that's
have
ich,
more
yeah,
accents
yeah.
on every syllable. Yeah? Gib mir die
Gib mir die Hand, dass ich sie heimlich drücke. Und wenn man sieht, mir ist es einerlei. Gib mir nur einen deiner süßen Blicke.
Great. Freedom is within, now you choke it up a bit too much, okay? Gib mir die Hand. So you can rush or slow down short notes, but on the main beats you have to be on the piano. Otherwise we freak out, no? And deiner I find it could be more ringing. It could have more can, more. I find it a bit
Too
flat
breathy.
in sound, yeah.
Yeah.
It can be breathy, but I find the sound not beautiful enough. It's a show off bit of the song.
Yeah.
Or if you want to have it flat, and it's also fine, flat and breathy, but then you have to do more. This is indifferent somehow.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's do the same.
Gib mir die Hand, dass ich sie heimlich drücke. Und wenn man sieht, mir ist es einerlei. Gib mir nur einen deiner süßen Blicke.
It wasn't bad. Singing it twice always makes it worse. No, it was fine.
Okay.
I find you have too many accents on every word. Can we actually try to have no one accent within gib mir die Hand, dass ich sie heimlich drücke. Can we have one stress on one syllable? Otherwise no stress. I hear gib mir die Hand, dass ich sie heimlich drücke. Once more. You get another chance.
Gib mir die Hand, dass ich sie heimlich drücke. Und wenn man sieht, mir ist es einerlei. Gib mir nur einen deiner süßen Blicke.
it's great, but I find now rhythm is in the way. No, it's good, but you have to keep more pulse. Give you freedom, but it has to be on the main beats. It has to be together.
Okay.
And within you have flexibility, but now you drag actually down, and we lose a little bit the direction. Great top. I would like that you don't feel that the G flat is the one you go, but actually very unmusical. Okay?
Yeah.
Or let's say actually, sorry, not habe, but actually the rest, where you don't sing afterwards. That's actually where you go to. Okay? Can we do it once more? Ein Tag im Jahr. Can we start here? Can you find it? Sorry.
Yeah.
I start? Okay.
Just here. Perfect. You perfect.
Ein Tag im Jahr ist ja den Toten frei, komm an mein Herz, dass ich dich wieder habe, wie einst immer.
You know what I mean? I also lose you wieder on this habe. I lose you completely. Sound-wise, quality-wise, you're gone. You are putting so much effort in the two high notes before that there's not much left. I would like that you save a bit to actually lead the phrase till the end. We're not in Italian, we're not in opera right now. It's not about high notes here. It's really about the tension and the text and finishing to the most important words of the poem.
Yeah.
Okay? One more. Is it okay? Once more? Is it okay?
Ein Tag im Jahr ist ja den Toten frei, komm an mein Herz, dass ich dich wieder habe, wie einst im Mai.
Great. Can we actually try wie einst im Mai? Wie einst im Mai. And can you actually just take a million of time before you sing the last phrase? So don't come in on time.
Okay.
Wie einst im Mai. Can we start here? Wie einst im Mai.
Wie einst im Mai.
I find you ease your eyes too overblown, too thick. You sound it doesn't really is not so close on the vowel anymore.
Okay.
Also not, but you know what I mean. Can you try as you did it before? Which I didn't like. That's better, but before you, it's not really on the language. You don't have to change the vowel itself. You just have to change the approach of it.
Wie einst im Mai. Wie einst im Mai.
Great. What's important? For example, stuff like that I find sometimes too heavy, like in the rolling. Sometimes it's a bit sticks out like that. Sorry.
You say what we worked on?
Yeah.
The passaggio that it's more narrow
going through.
But what I don't mean is, that's not what I mean, okay.
Yeah, yeah. That in a way more legato and only pick certain high points in the phrases to go towards and allow myself freedom within the metric framework. And what you said about if I'm specific to one person, to not lose the rest of the audience, also in terms of body language.
Great.
Yeah.
Wonderful development, really. Should be proud. Thank you. I know it's 12 o'clock. Are there any questions? Something you disliked or disapproved, or you have a question because it was clear, or if you want to know what I'm having for lunch, or anything?
Just a comment about it. I thought the way you used the physicality was really helpful. I could really use how you did that.
Thank you.
I've not seen that done before. So
Thank you. No, it's a good feedback for
very
the young people. No, and the level is so high, really wonderful. Playing and singing. Anything else? No? Oh. No, thank you for coming, and enjoy the last 2 days of this wonderful festival.
That just leaves me then to say thank you so much. You promised us at the beginning of this masterclass something a little bit different. I think what you've given us all today is something incredibly personal, unique, and I think you've helped probably elevate the artistry of everyone here and maybe enable them to be a little bit more themselves when they perform. And for that, huge, huge thanks. So thank you very much, Penny.
Thank you.